Hello everyone. It's I, Shark, here again today for another episode of Forked Tower Blood. Today we'll be running the Forked Tower with a bunch of fresh folks. Here we'll be tackling Boss 1, Hallways, and getting a look at Boss 2. Okay, I don't intend to go any much further than that. Generally speaking, these runs are introductory runs and are meant for letting new players experience the content. Okay, not so much for progging much further than Boss 1. Okay, we will likely be able to see Boss 2, but the odds of clearing it on our very first attempt is relatively low, okay, because we are fielding quite a lot of new players. So just to let folks get a taste of what Forked Tower is all about, okay, I will be guiding them through the content for Boss 1, okay, the hallways as well, okay, but not much further than that. Okay, other than that, I think we are just going to... Okay, I'm just going to sort out the parties. Okay, I'm not going to be able to engage with you folks too much on the stream chat. Okay, but do stay tuned and enjoy the content. Okay, I will be mainly raid leading and explaining stuff to everyone in the group. So do feel free to just, watch us as we go through the content. Okay, so without rambling too much, I'm gonna hit back and try to sort out the parties. Okay, do enjoy the content, and we'll see how far we can get today. See, our party is filling up quite okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us here. Still slightly early. We'll be starting at 7:30. Okay, as you can see, it's now 7:15. Okay, 7:14 actually on the local time here. Okay, I'm in the GMT +8 time zone. Okay, and we're just waiting for people to rock up, and we will head in once everyone is here. Yeah, I think we've fielded about... I think about 30... Yeah, about 30 players. So only about 30 players, not too many. Okay, I'll be hopping into the voice chat and saying hi to everyone. Hello. Testing.
Hello.
Hi, hi.
Let's do it.
Just adjust the audio here. My party is still missing 2 folks, I think. Okay, 1 folk. Let's see. Party 3 is full. Oh, okay, yeah. Party 4, okay, the leftovers party is full as well. So we're just waiting for, I think, party 1. How do I explain this? Okay, we have 4 parties, A, 1 and C. Okay, don't. Okay, I'll explain why we have such a weird numbering system. But party A is basically my party. Party 1 is basically the 4th party. And party C is basically the 3rd and 6th party. Okay, the numbering system makes sense if you think about how we will handle towers in a 3 full party alliance. So let's assume you have 24 players, right? A will handle A and B, 1 will handle 1 and 2, okay, and correct. 3 will handle 3 and C. Yeah. So this is why the numbering system is like this. Okay, but this is assuming we only bring 24. Obviously, we're bringing slightly more than that, so it's not too bad. Today's group sign up slightly less than the previous times I ran it. Getting mainly because more players are forming their groups as well. So there'll be more options available, which is obviously a good thing. So obviously, having more players run the content means that players have more choices. They can join like other groups running the content, as well as different groups running different prop points as well.
Just gotta pop that cherry.
Yep.
Yep.
Just got to get started in the content. So basically, for those who are not aware, my runs are primarily introductory runs. Okay, my party just felt very nice. Okay, my runs are basically introductory runs. They are meant for players who haven't done the content and are new. Okay, and you have you're not really certain of what the content entails, so you'd like to just give it a try and hop in without overcommitting or dedicating too much resources or doing too much reading or research. So I will explain stuff along the way. Okay, it's perfectly fine if you are uh, haven't maxed out your gear or got all your mastery levels of phantom jobs. Okay, but I did mention that it is preferable that you read up on the mechanics for boss 1, simply because there'll be certain mechanics that can wipe the entire alliance if not done properly. So even though I will be doing callouts as best as I cannot call out personal mechanics for everyone. And if you get a personal mechanic that can wipe the entire alliance, it might be a bit difficult to call that out for each individual. So it is up to each individual to study the boss 1 fight itself. Okay, I will do a brief explanation later on once we zone in. Okay, so I won't spend too much time explaining prior to zoning in, okay, because we are going to have some difficulty getting into the instance, also known as instance proc. Okay, now before we begin, I just want to make sure that everyone is in the voice chat. So let's just if you're in the voice chat right now, just kindly ask your party members to hop into the VC so that I can do all the communications through the voice chat itself. Okay, so we hop to VC. Okay, we're using VC3 today. Okay, but generally I think it's quite okay lah. Today not many other folks running on our Discord. It's about 24 players here. Okay. Okay, so let me do a quick check. So party C is ready. I'm ready. Party 4 is ready. Just waiting for party 1. Okay, or Karimi's party. Yeah. Okay, party 1 is ready as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, right, is we're gonna do something called instance progging. Basically what happens is that we will do ready checks. Okay, now do make sure that you have everything required for the session. Okay, once we zone in, right, you should not be zoning out of the instance because you will not be able to you may not be able to get back into the same instance that we were in. So generally this means things like food. Okay, if you have any of the Arcanauts gear, okay, which is the Occult's Crescent gear, okay, please bring it with you. Pots if you need it, but generally speaking not really necessary. Okay, and generally that's pretty much all that you will need. Okay, we are going to pop ready checks, and what will happen is I'm going to set zone in time. Okay, usually I just look at the Eosian timer, okay, the ET, and I will set a time, and all the party leaders will click into the instance. Okay, now what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to ensure that everyone, okay, we only have 4 parties here, and it's only like 8, 16, 24, 28 players. Okay, so not a whole lot of players. So we're going to try to get everyone into the same instance together. This might take a few tries, hence why we need to do instance progging. Okay, so my party is ready. Make sure all your parties just pop a ready check, because when we zone in, you don't want to have someone AFK and not be there for the zoning in process. Okay, when we zone in, we will all try to zone in at the same time so that we can get into the same instance. Okay, 1's ready, C is good, 4's ready. Okay, so all parties are ready. We will zone in at 9, 10. Okay, ET 910. Okay, ET 910. Party leaders just click into it, and hopefully we will get into the same instance. Okay, but if that doesn't happen, I will explain what we're gonna do afterwards. Okay, so now just click in. Okay, all the party leaders just head over to the Antiquarian over on the right. Okay, if I see all 4 parties, okay, Farmer Yun, Rogue is here. I think we're missing Karimi. Where's Karimi? This instance 46. So this is actually a new instance. Yeah, we spawned a new instance. Here. So we're missing what? 140. Okay, now Karimi is here as well. Okay, nice. So all 4 of us, all 4 of our parties got in, and this is a new instance. So we sort of got lucky with the instancing. So we'll be using this instance. Okay, the instance will rapidly fill at this point of time because this is a new instance. And we have 176. So 4 minutes has gone by. About 26 to 36 minutes from now. So let's count it as x26. X26.
If you do Fates and critical encounters now, it will build up your limit break bar.
Okay, so we have successfully got into the instance. At this point of time, what's going to happen is we're going to wait for the weather to change. Okay, this usually takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, it will take a bit of time because this is a new instance. So during this time, you're free to basically run around, do CEs or Fates, go farm, open coffers. Okay, just if you are not level 20, please go and level up. Okay, just go and get some experience and level up. During this time as well, I will briefly explain a few things with regards to the Fog Tower. Okay, because we have about 30 minutes, right, and you're all stuck in here with me, so I may as well capitalize on the time here and just explain the stuff before we get in, so that once we get in later on, we can just hit the ground running and get the run started almost instantly. Okay, now Fog Tower. Okay, do take note during this time when we are just standing around, and okay, if you're doing Fates or CEs, it's fine. But if you're just AFKing, do be warned not to AFK for more than 10 minutes. Okay, the game will kick you out of the instance if you just don't do anything for 10 minutes. So just be mindful of that. Okay, but other than that, later on, so what's going to happen now is that 30 minutes from now, or slightly longer than 30 minutes, the weather will change and the auroral mirages weather will come up. All of us will head to the center of the zone, okay, the solitary pavilion, and there'll be this glowing pad in the middle. Now around the pad there'll be these cipher reliquaries. We will need 16 people to put a cipher each into the any of the cipher reliquaries. Once at least 16 players have put in one or more ciphers, the gate to the Fog Tower will open. Okay, so we strictly speaking, we only need to put in 16. Okay, there's no real reason to put in multiple ciphers. It does not count towards the 16. So even if you have 16, okay, maybe you have like 50 ciphers, you've been farming gold non-stop, and you have got a lot of ciphers, there is no reason to put in more than one. Okay, putting in 16 ciphers does not count as having 16 players. Okay, the system will count 16 different players putting in one or more ciphers. So it just sees how many players are putting in ciphers. With at least 16 ciphers being put in, the gate will then be unlocked, and everyone standing in the glowing pad in the middle will be able to enter into the Fog Tower for free. Essentially, we only need 16 players to put in ciphers, but everyone else gets to go in for free. So up to a maximum of 48. Okay, because today's group, we are fielding 28 players. Okay, 3 full parties of 8 and 1 party of 4, so about 28 players. We will not be hitting the 48 player limit. So there's really no need for players to put in more than 16 ciphers. Okay, what we will do is I will ask for 15 other players, okay, to put in one cipher. You can put in one cipher, but not more than one. And ideally, later on, okay, I'll talk about this later as well. But we will very likely be doing a second run. Okay, so we will do one round. Okay, go into the Fog Tower, see what it's all about. Probably wipe at boss 1. Okay, or maybe boss, if we get lucky, we can get to boss 2 and wipe there. We'll come out, re-level, wait 30 minutes, go in again, do a second second pull. Okay, so we can squeeze in 2 sessions. It takes about 2 hours. Okay, 1 hour per session, because there's a 30 minutes wait time every time. So every time you want to do Fog Tower, you have to wait 30 minutes. Okay, assuming it's a fresh new instance. Okay, if it's an existing old instance, you might zone in and the Fog Tower might be coming up really soon. Okay, but that is RNG. Okay, I only had it happen once. Most of the time we try to secure a brand new instance. Okay, why brand new instance? Because a brand new instance would mean that most of us can get in. Okay, if we go into an old instance, usually we will fill up the instance and not everyone gets in. So usually it will be a brand new instance. Thus we will have a 30 minutes, okay, 30 to 40 minutes wait time before the fog tower weather comes up. Okay, so this is the way that fog tower actually works, or should I say the entry process to fog tower. Okay, how it works. Okay, so 16, the other 15 player plus myself, okay, we will tribute one cipher. Okay, essentially we will pay for the entry fee. Okay, generally speaking, I don't really mind. Okay, but for the second run later on, I will try to get a different set of players to put in ciphers. Okay, although in this case we will probably have to double up because we don't have 32 people, right? So we only have 28. So we will see. Okay, I have enough for 2 runs at least. Okay, and if those who can put in more than one, just kindly put in one later on as well. Okay, in previous runs when we had 48, right, there was more than enough players putting in ciphers, but today's session slightly less. Again, I do expect to see fewer and fewer players doing fresh runs in the future. Okay, most players will have gone past the introductory stage by now. Okay, and are progressing into like boss 1, boss 2. Okay, boss 1 is actually pretty easy. Most people will not get stuck at boss 1. Why is Kelly dead? I see. All good, all good. As long as you get a res.
I got yeeted with the going go out mechanic.
It's fine. Okay, so just make sure you so while we are waiting, right, just you can run around, do CEs, do fates, do pot fate, etc. During this time, if you are building limit gauge meter, don't waste it. Don't burn away the limit gauge meter. We can bring it with us into the fog tower. So do hold on to your limit break gauges. We will try to utilize it later on at boss 1. Okay, other than that, okay, about the fog tower itself, fog tower requires, okay, it's a 48, okay, 24 to 48 man rate. Now, technically speaking, the minimum number is 16, right? Because you will need at least 16 players to put in ciphers. So the minimum number is 16. But it is very difficult to do the first boss without at least 24 because of body checks. Okay, there will be certain mechanics in boss 1 which will require 4 people each tower. Okay, one of those stack towers, tower stacks. You need 4 players to stand in it, and there are 6 towers in total. So in theory, the minimum doable number is 24. Okay, but I think some people are trying to see if they can get away with less by heavy meeting through mechanics or something along those lines. Okay, but for fresh runs generally, this is not what we will be doing. Okay, now inside the fog tower as well, in case you didn't already know this, resurrection is restricted, so you cannot get rezzed normally inside the fog tower. Healer's razors, Agiro, resurrection, I can't remember what the others are called, will not work. You must get rezzed by a chemist using revive. Okay, so we will try to get at least 1 or more chemists later on in every party. Okay, roles themselves, okay, the roles are not I'm not particularly strict with the roles for today's session because this is a first look session. Okay, in other words, I don't expect us to get too far into the raid with on the day formed generally fresh group of players, and I did not do too much organizational stuff. Okay, I didn't see who has this role, who has that role, how many players bringing which required roles and so on. Okay, what we will do is basically we will just try to wing it later on. And to be very fair, Fog Tower doesn't require too many must-have roles. the only ones required for boss 1 and boss... Okay, boss 1 and the hallway segment after boss 1, there are only 4 roles required. And these 4 roles are basically a thief, a time mage, a geomancer, and a ranger. And of these 4, 2 of them are not mandatory, but it's nice to have. So the geomancer and the ranger is not strictly mandatory. The geomancer is actually meant to get past areas with an electrified floor. Okay, you'll see it later on, hopefully. Okay, fingers crossed. And they are supposed to use the suspend ability to float 1 or more players to get over the electrified floor to disarm, to turn them off. Okay, there's a switch. You get someone to float past it or into it, hit the switch, and it will turn off the electricity, and players can then cross over safely. Okay, so geomancers, strictly speaking, they are used for that. Traps. Okay, there are traps, explosive traps in the Fog Tower, can be disarmed with a tank running into them with invulnerable turned on. Okay, tank inbound can disarm traps by blowing them up with your body. So to a certain extent, we don't need rangers as well. Okay, but rangers has this skill called Falcon, which allows them to essentially detonate the traps from a distance. So that is what rangers are for. So these 2 roles, in theory, not mandatory, but are nice to have. Okay, but the other ones, time mages are a must-have for boss 1. Thieves are nice to have and almost mandatory for the hallway segment as well, because without them, you cannot scan for traps, and you cannot find the hidden rooms and get extra loot. By the way, those of you doing the CE here, if you are floating, right, you can just ignore most of the mechanics anyway.
I am floating.
I know, because I'm
You know,
casting.
see? Like,
I'm the one casting suspend on you.
Oh, okay.
Callista
I was wondering
as
what-
well. Yeah, Callista and Lily Cats. All of us have like maximum geomancers, so we can just cast
Yeah.
suspend. You can just ignore most of the mechanics. Okay, anyway, moving on. So just keep in mind, resurrection is okay. TLDR, resurrection is limited in Fog Tower. We only need 4 rolls for what we are trying to do today. Okay, obviously, as we progress further into the Fog Tower, you need slightly more than that, but not too much more. I think you need an Oracle, you need a Berserker, you need 6 Knights, and that's about it. So those are for the further parts of Fog Tower. This one cannot.
I know what.
So cannot. Must dodge the lasers. Cannot rely on the suspend to dodge lasers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing the. I did it with
Yeah, that's fine.
Shortcast.
I saw.
So
All
I
good.
just stood there.
All good. Okay. Anyway, okay. So resing, with regards to resurrection in Fog Tower, I keep getting distracted. What happens is that you essentially have 3 lives. Okay, you will see this later on. When we zone into the Fog Tower, everyone will have this. It's actually a debuff, okay, that says that you have 3 reses. It looks like a res icon, and there's a number 3 next to it. You can only be resed 3 times, and after the 3rd time, you will have a no sign on your res icon. That means that you cannot be resed anymore, in which case, too bad, you are permanently dead. So everyone has 3 lives in the Fog Tower. Okay, we'll try our best to get as far as we can with those 3 lives. Okay, now chemists in Fog Tower can rest or use revive freely. Okay, it doesn't cost them anything except it's 1 GCD. Okay, I think No, it's not even 1 JC. I think it's instacast. 5 seconds cooldown. So you can just freely weave it in between casts. Okay, we will try to get at least one per party. If we have more than one, is fine as well, because sometimes if all four, if we have only 4 chemis, then if all 4 of them die, then that's it, GG, it's a wipe. So we will try to get multiple chemists later on. Okay, we will sort out the roles and phantom jobs later once we zone in. Okay, but generally speaking, if you are in your parties right now and you have a rough idea of what you want to play later on, you can already just tell your party like, okay, I will probably be this XYZ job. Okay, once again, we'll need a thieves, rangers, geomancers, and time mages. Okay, and essentially we just need one of each per alliance. Okay, where an alliance is party ABC or parties 1 to 3. Usually if there are 6 full parties, it will be parties A, B, C, and parties 1, 2, 3. I usually call them the letters alliance and the numbers alliance, okay, based on A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3. And usually for boss, okay, the hallway segment, we will split up into 2 groups. Okay, we'll split into 2 A, B, C on the left and 1, 2, 3 on the right. Okay, depending on how it goes later on, we may just do, okay, for our first pool, we may just all file into one hallway, okay, one of the sides, so that I can guide everyone through the hallway segment. Okay, but this means that we will not be seeing boss 2 on the first pool. Okay, then later we will zone out, go back in, and the second time around we can try to do it separately afterwards. Okay, now next thing to cover is on boss 1. Okay, now for boss 1, I will be doing callouts for today's session. We will really need to be aware of a couple of mechanics for boss 1. So boss 1, there is like 3 main mechanics. Okay, if you have read the raid plan, okay, or if you haven't done so, now is probably a good time to go take a look at it. Okay, in theory, we have about 12 more minutes before the weather changes. The earliest possible weather change is about 12 more minutes. So there's more than enough time to go and read through the raid plan if you haven't done so. Okay, but essentially, the fight itself for boss 1 is not too difficult. Okay, there's like raid whites, tank busters, but the major mechanics will be there's really only two difficult ones. Okay, the meteors mechanic and the double tower stack mechanic. Okay, meteors happens twice in the fight. Okay, and the double tower stack happens once in the fight. Okay, the fight itself is not very long. I think people have timed it to be about 6 minutes and 40 seconds long, so not terribly lengthy. But these 2 mechanics have a possibility to wipe the entire alliance. Hence, it is important that all players need to know how to deal with them. Okay, and primarily it is just the meteors. Okay, mainly just meteors. Mainly meteors that will wipe players. Okay, now I will just mention, talk about these 2 mechanics. So meteors is essentially 8 players get marked with a red icon above their heads, and you will hear me calling out which side to go to. Okay, you will hear me saying whether you should go to stay on this side or cross over. Okay, all of us will be on one of the 2 sides. Later you will see. Okay, the first boss, the demon wall, is basically a wall splitting the platform into north and south halves. Okay, so certain mechanics will force all of us to be on one of the halves, and when meteors occur, either the side we're on is where the meteors should be placed, or the opposite side is where the meteors should be placed. You will hear me say meteors stay or meteors cross over. Okay, so if where we're on is where the meteors should be, then you'll hear me say meteors stay. If the opposite side is where the meteor should be, you will hear me say meteors crossover. We still have time. Okay, Shaggy is asking whether we should skip this CE. In theory, there is still some time. Okay, I think we have about 8 more minutes. So this CE should be okay, but after this one, it will no longer be safe to enter CE. So you all can do this one. This is the last one that you should be doing. Afterwards, we will stop doing any CEs, because if the moment the weather changes later on, we have 5 minutes to, it will stay, the tower's gate will stay open for 5 minutes, and we have 5 minutes to get there, basically. So during that 5 minutes when it stays open, you must head over to the center. If you are stuck in a CE and you fail to make it there in 5 minutes, then you will not join us. Hence, we usually tell people, okay, after this cut-off time, stop doing CEs, because there's a risk that you might get locked out from the fog tower. And personally, it's like you can do CEs any other time, any other day. Anytime you log in, you can do a CE, but try not to miss the opportunity to get into the fog tower. We have been waiting for about 30 minutes now, so you don't want to miss the entry timing later on. Okay, now, coming back to boss 1, meteors. Okay, I'll try not to make it too overly complicated, but essentially 8 players will have meteors. I will tell you where to drop the meteors, either this side or the other side. If it is this side, you will hear me say stay, you stay. If it's the other side, you will hear me say crossover, you cross over. Everyone else who doesn't have a meteor will do go to the opposite side of where the meteors are going. So if I say meteor stay, then if you don't have a meteor, you cross over. 4 players will have a catapult stack marker. Okay, I call these catapult stack markers because it will look like the regular stack marker, but it also has an upward pointing arrow, either pointing towards the boss or away from the boss. Okay, it'll be either pointing north or south, basically. Okay, we can be either north or south. The arrows can be pointing either north or south as well. So 2 players will get arrows pointing north, 2 players will get arrows pointing south. You need to ensure that these catapult stack markers are pointing towards the boss. Okay, you will ignore the callouts for the meteors if you have a catapult stack, and just make sure that you're on the side with your arrow pointing towards the boss. If it is pointing away from the boss, you are on the wrong side. Cross over to the other side. Okay, now what happens is that these 2 catapult stack players, when the stack explodes, anybody stacking with those players will be launched into the air in the direction the arrow is pointing. For the 2 players on the meteor side, you will need to stack close to the boss. Okay, the boss is a wall, so you need to be all the way up close to the boss. Okay, you don't have to be all the way against the boss's face, but just generally close enough will do, making sure that your arrow goes over the boss. Okay, when the stacks explode, when the meteors place all the meteor mark players place their meteors on the meteor side, that entire side is just gonna be bombarded with meteors. So anybody on that side simply dies. Hence, but you cannot just drop the meteors and run over, because the boss, which is a wall, is blocking the way. So the the catapult stack players will need to stack near the boss. Once all the meteor players have dropped their meteors, they go and stack with the catapult stack players, and this will launch them over the boss onto the safe side. Okay, and that will resolve their mechanic. Now there will be 2 other players on the other side, on the safe side, with the catapult stack markers as well. These 2 players should simply point their catapult stacks towards the boss, but they must be all the way at the back of the platform, because if they are closer to the boss, they will be launched over onto the meteor side, which means they die, and anyone else who gets launched also dies. Okay, so just understand how the mechanic works. Okay, if you understand it, it's generally quite obvious what it does. You just need to launch players from the meteor side over to the safe side, so that everyone who dropped the meteor on the meteor side can go over to the safe side. The players on the safe side just need to make sure that they launch themselves up and forwards, but don't cross over onto the dangerous side, staying on the same side of the platform. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, Kelly and Shaggy get it, but it's fine.
A knockback and away mechanic.
It's okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, just make sure you get res, and then just probably can come over to the
We're
center.
good.
Before most of the mechanics will be the away or knockback.
Yeah.
For the knockback mechanic, you do have to be quite close to the boss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the dangers near or dangers afar. Oh, Esther's asking if you can join. Just join.
Yeah. Just
Yeah. So yeah, no. Okay, so yes, meteors are basically once again TLDR. Once meteors come up, drop meteors on the same side where the meteor marker is already at. Okay, how I know which side is the meteor side? On one of the sides, there will already be an existing meteor icon. So that side will be where one meteor is dropping. We should just drop all the meteors there as well and just make that whole site unsafe.
yeah. That'd be easy.
If not, if we place meteors
Oh,
all over
jeez.
the place, then there will be no safe spots. Meteors are essentially a very gigantic area of effect. AoE. So we just need to put them all on one of the sides and just move away from that side basically. Okay, now, so once again, drop meteors on the dangerous, on the meteor side, right the stack catapults over to the safe side, and just move far away from all the AoEs. That's pretty much essentially the meteor mechanic in a nutshell. It's just drop meteors, jump over, go over to the safe side, and just stay alive, stay on the safe side. Okay, the other mechanic that I will mention here before we zone in soon is the double stack towers. Now later, in the fight for boss 1, there will be this mechanic where there are 6 tower stacks. Okay, tower stacks are basically a tower with 4 or more players stacking in it to soak the tower. There will be this instance where there will be 6 towers, 3 on 3. Okay, so there will be 3 on the ground, 3 on top of the 3 on the ground. And what happens is that the players crossing over from the opposite side, okay, now different raid plans and different strategies have different ways they handle this. Okay, I've heard of groups where they assign parties like parties 1, 2, 3 to always float. Okay, or parties 4, 5, 6 to always float, or DEF or whatever terminology they use. Okay, here for my groups, I simply just rely on the players crossing over will float. That's it. It's as simple as that. So if you are running over from the opposite side, you are going to float, and you will be soaking the towers on top. Okay, we will need at least 4 players per tower. There will be 3 towers on top, 3 towers below. A total of 24 players required. Now to float up, you will need to use the gargoyle statues at the sides. But there's a knockback or a go far mechanic first. So you will hear me call out whether it's knockback or go far. The players crossing over, okay, means if your side doesn't have the double stack towers, you need to cross over. Players crossing over will run across, either ride the knockback, okay, you can use arm's length or surecast to nullify it, okay, or go far to avoid the AoE that is coming out from the boss, and immediately afterwards go towards the gargoyle statue to get floated up. And once you are floating up, just run to your tower to soak the tower. Okay, there will be designated groups as to who soaks which tower. Okay, but basically it is A on the left, B in the middle back, C on the right, 1 on the left, 2 in the middle back, 3 on the right. Okay, it's a rotated pattern. Okay, it's something like mirrored, but it's just rotated 180 degrees across. Okay, so it's basically these 2 permutations. We will place waymarks later on to show you the rough positions of where to soak the towers. Okay, but essentially just understand that A or 1 is on the left, 3 or C is on the right, okay, and 2 and B is in the middle near the back. That's pretty much it. Okay, and if necessary, we try to split up and adjust. Okay, because we may not be fielding a full, okay, we definitely not going to see 48 players because we only have 28. Okay, you can see the tower has, okay, the pad in the center is lit up. So the weather is changing. Okay, and we'll be starting the fog tower soon. Okay, at this point of time, right, we will place ciphers into the cipher reliquary, but not exceeding 16. Okay, so generally 1 per player only. Okay, there's no reason to put more than 1. 2 or more doesn't give you any advantage, so just put only 1. Okay, once we hit 16, we just stop. And everyone else on the pad will get in with us. Okay, we are currently at 15. Okay, so maybe just one other person help to put 1 more cipher in. Okay, 17 already, that's enough. Okay, good enough. We can stop. And we are all going to zone into the fog tower after this. Okay, do stay on the pad in the center. Do not step off it. Okay, you need to make sure you're level 20, but I'm pretty sure everyone is 20 by now. Okay, and we'll just zone in a short while. Okay, it will take about 5 minutes or so. Okay, slightly less now that we've been yapping for about a minute or so. Okay, and once we zone in, what we normally do is we will yell out our parties. Okay, so either A, B, C, 1, 2, or 3. And we will yell out our numbers first. Okay, the first thing we do is a head count. How many players we have. Okay, so as an example, if I'm party A, I have 8 players, I'll say 8 out of 8. And we will do a head count, see how many players there are in total, and try to figure out how we will split up the parties. Okay, because we're not going to get a full 48, we may need to adjust some of the players. So maybe like my party A will take A and B waymarks. Okay, then maybe as mentioned, party 1, you all will take 1 and 2 waymarks. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, and so on and so forth. Okay, then party C, maybe you will do C and 3. Okay, actually, I think there's something a bit wrong with that. But we'll adjust it later. Because A is on the left and 3 is on the left as well. Yeah, so 3 and C, should we A and 3 or C and 1, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so there'll be one party that's on both sides. Okay, but if we can, we just split. So A and B. Okay, party A takes A and B. Party 1 takes 1 and 2. And then party C takes 3. And then party 4 takes C. Party C takes C. And then party 4 takes 3, for example. So that's one way we can flex the groupings. I mean, that's quite smart, but you need to be in a party for that. And if let's say we need to shuffle players around later, then we need to move players around. But we will try not to split up the full parties. It's obviously best to have full parties whenever possible. So even if we have to split like 4 and 4 to do the mechanic, right? We will say like, okay, this 4 will be considered as party B, you will handle this tower. And this 4 will be party A, we will handle this tower, but we still stay in a single full party. Because why? Raid buffs and party buffs will share amongst all of us. So it just makes more sense to stay in a full party, but split into 2 halves to handle the mechanics. A1, B2. Okay, I don't know about B2 because if you think about it, right, B and 2 are opposite ends. So it's a bit difficult to split B and 2 because they won't be able to. I guess in theory you can, but you just need to be aware of it. Okay, I guess that's true. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. We'll go in first and we'll try to work it out. Most likely will be my party A will be taking A and B. The number party 1 will be taking 1 and 2 because they will cross over the other side, right? So there'll be two stacked towers on their side. They can just split up and cover those 2 towers. Yeah, usually we don't split B and 2 because if let's say party B needs to cover B and 2, that means 2 is on the opposite side all the way at the far end, which is running from one end to the other end. So usually we don't do that. Okay, we just put them closer to each other. There are about 30 people on the platform. About there. I know there's some players. Yeah, and helps with heals reaching as well. Yeah, correct. So if like they are on opposite ends, the heal won't reach each other. So usually the groupings are like, the left and the back ones, the other side left and back, and then or the other side is right and back, and the last two will be just side by side to each other.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la.
Okay, we'll be just zoning in, no worries. Okay, everyone will get in. That's not a problem as well. Okay, because we have less than 48 people on the platform, so all of us are getting in. So we put in, I think, 17 ciphers. Everyone gets in for this first attempt. We'll just try our best. We will just zone in, try our best. You will see that some of us have buffs. These players have put in a cipher, but
Oh, yeah.
anyone on the pad gets in anyway. Okay, unless there's more than 48 players, then the system will start to pick and choose whoever didn't put in a cipher will have a chance to not get in. But in this case, there's lesser than 48, so all of us gets in. Okay, exactly 30 people. Okay, you look on the right, okay, or wherever your instance timer is. You'll see Fog Tower, instance timer. You'll see number of participants. We have 30 out of 48. Okay, and what we will normally do is we will line up. Okay, so the usual modus operandi is I will get everyone to, okay, do not fall off this initial starting platform. Do not walk off this initial starting platform. We will take some time to organize things here at the start. Okay, and normally I will line up into as best as we can 6 straight lines. Okay, and as a usual grouping check or party check, I will say something like this. So A88 means my party is party A. I have 8 players. Okay, and I will line up in one line on the left. Okay, I'm party A. Okay, I think Rogue's party will be party C. So Rogue also has 8 players. We have 4 groups, so literally 4 parties. Now, if there's anyone who is not in any party, so how to tell? I think Esther joined us. Hi, Esther. So party 4, I just grab Esther at the back. Okay, Esther is one of the cross-filling shells. So just grab them. Okay, they are the photo at the back there. So just grab them and they will join party 4. Okay, so 30 players. Okay, now job checks will go next. Now every party should have ideally 1 tank. Okay, in theory we're supposed to have 6 in total, so some parties will have 2 tanks. But for boss 1, for this session, introductory session, I'm not too fussed about it. Okay, if we wipe on boss 2, it's fine. Boss 1, we only need 3 tanks because there'll be 3 main tanks. Boss 2, we need 6 tanks because there'll be mechanics which will require tanks to soak them, and there'll be 6 of these. Okay, if there are any thieves, okay, I will be a thief by the way. Any thieves, rangers, geomancers, or time mages, you can do what Rogue is doing. So for example, Rogue is saying party C has a thief, time mage, and ranger. Okay, we will usually for normal runs, you will need 1 for letter side, okay, the left side, or 1 for number side, the right side. Okay, because later when we clear boss 1, you usually split into 2 separate alliances and you need 1 for each side. Okay, but for today's session, introductory session, if we get past boss 1 on the first attempt, we will all go to the left side. Okay, and I will guide all of us through the hallways just to explain things. Subsequently, we will zone out, go back in, and if we can do it again, we will try to split into 2, just to have a feel for how to do it by yourselves. Okay, but for the first attempt, I will try to guide everyone through it, just to explain things along the way as well. Okay, so without further ado, so if party C has a thief, time mage, and ranger, okay, I myself has a thief, THF, okay, very smart, geomancer as well. Okay, for party A. So A, thief, and geo. Okay, parties 1 has a thief, time mage, and ranger. We're just missing a geomancer on party 1. Okay, ideally if we can sort it out now, right, then later we can just use the same party allocations. Okay, do note, for boss 1, we will need 1 time mage per alliance, per side. So time mages are required for boss 1. So make sure we have at least 1 or more on each side. So 1 and 2, okay, both parties 1 and 2 has time mages. Both parties C, okay, party C has a time mage. My party doesn't have. Okay, no, we do have. Okay, so yeah, so we have at least 2 per side. Okay, now other than that, we don't, okay, usually for prop groups, we don't want to have too many duplicates. So there's no point having like 7 thieves, 5 time mages, and you know, like 6 geomancers. Usually if there's at least 2 to 4, okay, have a couple of contingencies just in case, redundancies. So 2 to 4 is good enough. Then everyone else, if you see that, okay, you know, there's already multiple thieves, multiple geomancers, multiple time mages, you can use other classes to help pump DPS. Okay, usually for main tanks, I recommend using knights. Okay, very good for self-mitigation. Okay, Chesky, my party, I think you will be the main tank for my party. So thank you very much. You will stay as knight. But other classes, you can consider using things like, you know, cannoneers for DPS, samurais also good for DPS. Every party should have one or at least, okay, no, should have one bard. Okay, one and just one. Okay, the bard puts a red party-wide buff, 4% damage up permanently and 10% every 2 minutes. So a bard is good for DPS as a buffer, as well as one or more chemists. Okay, here every party should have at least one chemist. Now all my chemists, what I want you all to do is to go to the back of this area here. Okay, come to the back and just help to mark each other with numbers. Okay, the signs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you see a dead chemist on the floor, try to revive them, because at any point of time, if all the chemists die, right, that's it, revive. It's even if we clear the boss, right, we can't pick up the dead players anymore. So ideally, we want to make sure that chemists try to keep other chemists alive. Okay, only chemists can revive in this fight. Okay, and note that waymarks and signs are party specific. So Callista on my party, you need to help mark. You need to mark all the other chemists, and all the other chemists as well help to mark each other. Okay, only you and your party can see these signs and waymarks. Dead chemist, we will try to, okay, Esther can try to be a dead chemist, but for boss one, generally speaking, right, we won't put the chemist dead all the way. We will try to put the chemist res nearing the end. Okay, or once we see that, oh no, maybe like half the alliance die because we mess up the meteors. The moment that happens, we will say, okay, Esther, quickly try to do the dead chemist strat. But yeah, I'm not too fast about boss one. Okay, for boss one, it's like either we clear or we don't clear. It's a bit difficult to do res recovery for boss one, because of a few reasons. So if we don't do it, like we can't clear boss one, it's fine. Go out, try again, come back in. Okay, boss 2 onwards, we can try to do res recovery, because it's a bit easier to deal with. Okay, but for boss 1, generally speaking, not really necessary. Okay, and to be honest, if everyone does it properly, we should usually clear boss 1. Boss 1 not too difficult. Okay, but I don't want to jinx it by saying that we will 100% clear. Okay, but we will try our best later on. Okay, so I think other than that, okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to spend too much time yapping. Okay, we have about 22 minutes on the clock here, so we're gonna pop ready checks at this point of time. Okay, did I forget anything else? Okay, rangers, geomancers, time mages, chemists, bards, and knights for main tanks. Okay, make sure you have at least 3 main tanks. Okay, every party should have at least 1. So we should have at least 4. Okay, my party has 2, myself and Chesky, so we have at least 2 here as well. Okay, and just yell out A okay or A ready, or your party number and ready. Okay, now the party split. Okay, before we move on, I almost forgot. For party splits, right, my party party A will handle A and B waymarks. Can party 1 handle 1 and 2 waymarks? Or is it party 2? Yeah, sorry, party 2. Okay, I don't know this party. Farmer Yun is the 6-man party, right? 6-man party. So y'all will just do one tower, obviously. You cannot handle 2. Okay, but party 1, you'll be handling 1 and 2 waymarks. So you all try to assign 4 people to handle which 4 will handle 2 and which 4 will handle 1. Okay, my party as well, we will need to sort that out as well. How do you want
People
to
in
do
Party
this?
C can also help out.
Party C, you all try to think about this. Yeah, you all probably need to try to spread out a little bit. Just try to see if you can cover the floating ones later on. Maybe you can just send 2 players to float and help to cover the floating towers. The ground towers usually not a problem. It's the floating towers that's the problem. So for the double stack towers, Party C maybe send anywhere from 2 to 4 players to go up to float. Yeah, there must be a better way to deal with this, but I haven't devised the strategy for like undersized. You know, anywhere from 24 to 48 people. There's probably a way to divide players, but I haven't gone to think too deeply about it. So I haven't figured out a way to do the division. So we just try to adjust. Scene 3. Actually, parties. Okay, just to be clear, party A, my party, is taking A and B. Karimi's party 1, is taking 1 and 2. Farmer Yoon's party will be taking 3. Party C will be taking C. But because you all have a full 8, you can try to fan out some players to handle the floating tower platforms later on. I'm not so worried about the ground ones, because ground ones is you just go to soak the towers. It's the floating ones that will pose a threat later on, and maybe you can send like 2 players up and just help to just fan out. You know, if you see like some players not in the towers, or there's very few players in tower, just go in and stand in those towers. You just wing it a little bit. Okay, it's a bit difficult to guarantee like everyone will be alive at that point of time. So it's a bit hard to tell. Might have to just adjust a little bit. Okay, we'll see how it goes. I mean, fingers crossed we can do it properly, but if not, then we'll just wipe and just try again. Because you just want to experience the content. In future, maybe I'll try to get at least 40 people for a run, so that you make the dividing of towers easier. But for today, it was just a slightly rushed. Okay, but I did want to just run one extra run before the weekend rush happens. Okay, so
Good to go.
let me see. My
Yep.
party. In my party, we only 2 people say B only. What you mean? Yup, we haven't confirmed.
We're all running around.
I'll be A. Okay, I'll be A. Kelly. Okay, my party. Just say out whether you're A or B. We need to make sure that 4 people is A, 4 people is B. We already have Callista and Shaggy is B. Okay, Nini and Callista is B as well. Okay, so myself, L, Kelly Ciora, and who's the 4th one? Lily. We will be A. Okay, just to be clear, so later just know which is the A tower. A is usually the left one. B is the behind one. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. But I mean we were just typing in the party chat. Okay, so just make sure you know who is A, who is B. Then same thing for party 1. Make sure you know who is 1, who is 2, and then try to adjust for it later. Okay, because there's exactly 4 players. You need all 4 players to soak the towers. So there may be some accidents, but we'll see. Okay, we'll see. Okay, other than that, let's not waste too much time. Okay, we will just hop off here. There will be a teleporter up ahead, as well as a knowledge stone. Now this knowledge stone, right, you can use your knight buff and nothing else, I guess. Okay, monk buff, from what I hear, right, doesn't work in combat, so doesn't matter. So knights, if you have the knight buff, you can use the prey. Okay, in theory, right, bards no need to buff because you're not going to get any phantom exp here, and over buffing is a problem in this content. Okay, now once you touch the sigil, do not target the boss. Okay, do not accidentally early pull the boss. Do not fall off this initial platform as well. Okay, we will spend some time to place waymarks. Now, this side, the side we are on, is the numbers side. Now, because waymarks are party specific, every party, preferably someone who knows how to place waymarks, help to place the waymarks on this side. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is very easy. 1 is on the left, 3 is on the right. 2 is in the middle near the back. Okay, I've actually posted an image in the thread. You can actually take a look at that as well. Now on the opposite side, okay, you cannot walk closer to the boss. So what you need to do is you need to place C, B, and A. Okay, from left to right. C is on the left, B is in the middle all the way at the far end, and A is on the right. Now, ideally, melees should be placing the waymarks. Okay, because why melees, right? When you click on the boss by accident, right, it doesn't auto attack the boss. So you can try to place the waymarks for your party. Preferably melees, you can help to place. You can click through the boss to place the waymarks, and they don't have to be precise. Okay, how are we doing float? Okay, float is basically whoever crosses over will float. So for example, later on, if let's say ABC is on the other side and we need to come back to the 1, 2, 3 side to deal with the double stack towers, my party, which is actually A and B, and party C will float. Okay, if it's the other way around, if the 1, 2, 3 party is on the other side and they are crossing over to the ABC side for the double stack towers, then the 1, 2, 3, okay, party 1, which will be 1 and 2, and party 3, which will be 3, Farmer Yun's party, y'all will float. Whoever crosses over will float. That is the strategy we are using here. Okay, I know there's other strats out there, but the easiest way is just whoever crosses over floats. Yeah, this way you don't have to think about whether you're A, B, 1, 2, whatever. If you're crossing over, you float. Okay, and then just fan out and try to soak the towers as best as you can. Okay, yeah. Okay, so make sure all your waymarks are placed. Do a ready check. Okay, one last ready check. Pop food if you you should need it. You just use food 30 minutes, just pop one food. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, at this point of time, okay, usually we try not to ask questions when we're standing on the platform here in case someone early posts. Okay, so we should just be readying up just to get ready to start. Okay, I'll do callouts as best as I can. Just listen to callouts and try to follow along. Okay, A ready, C ready, 2 ready. Okay, I count Farmer Yun's party as party 3 lah. Okay, Farmer Yun, maybe you are 3. Just consider yourself 3 because 1 will be 1 and 2. So not to confuse yourselves, you'll just be 3 lah. Easier to keep in mind. Okay, and then waiting for party 1. Ready check or ready? Okay, ready? Can. So pop food, we will start at ET 410. Okay, so ET 0410. Okay, about 45 seconds from now. Okay, 0409 for LB1, 0408 for LB2. Use your range or caster limit break because once we pull, the boss, the LB will drain away. So may as well just fire it off. Doesn't matter who, as long as someone shoots it out, it's fine. Okay, main tanks, turn on your stances and just listen to callouts, focus up. Okay, and we'll try our best. Okay, do note that the first mechanic will be a red-white, so be prepared to mitigate. Okay, now, limit break 2, fire. Anyone just shoot. Limit break 1, go ahead. Okay, and main tanks just establish and mitigate. Now the very first mechanic will be a heavy hitting red-white. Please mitigate this. This will hurt.
Shield.
Nice, very thick. Crossover and go far. Crossover and go far. Okay, just stay away from the boss. There is no uptime here for melees. Okay, unless using Shiradori. Crossover and stay near. Crossover and stay near. There is a knockback. Now you want to be really close all the way up to the boss's face because this knockback is really large. Okay, notice it push you all the way to the back. Tank busters coming up next. The main tanks, please mitigate. It will also hurt. Please remember to mitigate. Nice. Now the next mechanic will be ABC crossover and soak towers. ABC crossover and go far. ABC crossover and go far. Okay, try to spread out. Avoid the AoE first and then go into soak. Okay, Nice. Boss will do a left or right turn. Go to the left. Go to the left. Now after turning, number side go behind the boss. Okay, number side come behind the boss. Go to the left once again. Waymark 3. Okay, stay to the left. Waymark 3. Now we'll be looking at meteors next, so do get ready. I will call out whether the meteor marked players will need to stay or cross over. Catapult stack players, make sure you have your arrows pointing towards the boss on the correct side. Okay, meteors crossover. Meteors crossover. There is a knockback. Stay near the boss. There is a knockback. Stay near the boss. Okay, ride the knockback. Place the meteors at the back. Okay, catapult stack. Okay, that stack's not safe, huh?
Oh yeah, we had one of two.
It's okay. All good. Okay, just try to revive the dead players on this side as best as we can. Go to the left. Go to the left. Okay, reses. Quickly move. Quickly move. Don't get punted off. Okay, behind the boss. Staying behind the boss. Go to the right. Go to the right. Waymark 1. Okay, nice. Now we'll see the ads phase next. So ABC will cross over once again. Time Mages, be ready to dispel the big ad. Okay, so ABC will cross over. ABC will cross over. Time Mages dispel the big ad. Okay, tanks just help to hold aggro on the ads. Okay, and everyone else just burn them down. Thank you for the dispel. Just burn down the ads and head back to the main boss once they are dead. Okay, focus back onto the main boss. Now we'll be seeing the double stacked tower mechanic next. I will call out the safe spot for the gargoyle statues, but this is resolved at the end of the mechanic, so don't move too soon. Remember, the parties crossing over will be floating. Okay, the back left will be safe at the end of this mechanic. Back left will be safe at the end of this mechanic. ABC will cross over and go far. ABC cross over, go far, and be prepared to float. Okay, ABC go and float. Try to soak. Okay, as best as you can. Not out there. Back left, back left, back left. Okay, it's okay. Just go back left. One tower exploded, that is fine. Go to the right, go to the right. Nice. Okay, staying put, go to the right, go to the right, waymark A. Now we'll be looking at meteors once more after this, so be ready for meteors. Meteors cross over, there is a knockback. Meteors cross over, there is a knockback. Right the knockback to the rear. Looks good. Okay, 1% wrong stack, but it's okay. We move out of the danger zone. Not too bad. Okay, continue to DPS. Cross over and go near. Okay, cross over and stay near. There is a knockback. 23%. Tank busters go. 19%. There'll be one more red white before the enrage. Okay, this is the red white. Please mitigate. Okay, where's my Esther? You can prepare to chemist recovery already. Thank you. Okay, chemist, please rest Esther on the back over here. Chemist, come to the back. Chemist, come to the back. Chemist, come to the back. See Esther over here? Cast a rest on them. Put a rest on Esther. Everyone else just move to the back. This is
Sorry,
enrage.
sorry.
Enrage. Oh, no, we're not making it. It's okay. Okay, so what happens is Esther. Okay, don't release. Okay, Esther will get up and try to rest everyone as close to the back as possible. Those with lives will still be able to be rezzed. So Esther will try to res. Okay, ideally try to res the chemist first. Don't aggro the boss obviously. Okay, chemists, when resing players, just try to stay as close to the back as you can. And just try to res those with lives. Okay, if you still have lives left, you can get res. We will give it another pull. Okay, although we running a bit short of time, so might not have enough time. Okay, but we'll give it a try. I think we'll run out of time midway through because we spent too much time preparing the first time.
Yeah.
The timer will extend once we clear the boss, and at certain checkpoints, it's the same as BA and it's the same as BA basically. So when we cross certain checkpoints, it will extend the timer. Okay, I'll just get everyone up, heal up to full. We will try to go again at ET. I think it's that everyone. Okay, there'll be some players on the other side. We'll try to rest them later. So let's try to go again at ET 0700. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's just start.
Yeah.
Tanks just establish MT. Now, mitigate, heavy mitigate. This hurts. Mitigate. Okay, let's go. It's okay. No worries. Okay, we just try again and get as much experience as we can. Now, crossover and stay near. Crossover and stay near. Okay, this is a knockback. A very heavy one, by the way. Crossover and go far. Crossover and go far. Okay, no melee uptime unless you are samurai. Tank busters next. Tanks, please mitigate this. These tank busters hurt. Now next will be ABC crossover, ABC crossover, and go far. Okay, everyone must go far. Can help to soak the towers afterwards. Nice. Okay, we'll be looking at meteors once again. Okay, go to the left, go to the left. 1, 2, 3 will go behind the boss. Okay, go behind the boss. 1, 2, 3, go behind the boss. Go to the left, go to the left. Waymark 3. Now the next mechanic will be meteors. So once again, I will call out for meteors to either stay or cross over. Meteors cross over, meteors cross over. There is a knockback. There is a knockback. Right, the knockback.
Uh-oh.
I never use arm's length, it's okay. Okay, looks not too bad. Okay, just get out the
Very
bed.
nice. Oh no.
It's okay lah. Just rest the dead players like you can. Okay, go to the left. Go to the left. I won't have time for another pull anyway, so let's try our best. I think stay to
Fine.
the right. Stay to the right. Waymark 1. If I'm not mistaken, it's always same side, same side. Same side, opposite side, then same side, same side. For the left-right turns. Yeah, there's a pattern to it as well. Okay, now ads will be next, so ABC will cross over. Time mages help to dispel the big ad. Thank you. Okay, ABC crossover, ABC crossover. Time mages help to dispel the big ad. Okay, and tanks just tank them and burn them down. And we'll probably see to midway through this, and then the time will run out, and then we'll just actually, what happens if we time out but not
Yeah,
dead?
just not dead will get kicked out. Shouldn't die.
Shouldn't lose
Mhm.
EXP. Yeah. Okay, now double stack towers are coming up next, so be ready for those. I will call out for where's the safe spot for the end of this mechanic. Okay, front right will be safe. Front right will be safe at the end of this mechanic. ABC will cross over and float. There is a knockback. There is a knockback. ABC will cross over and float. Remember to go up afterwards. Okay, right. Knockback, go to gargoyle, statue, float. Help soak towers. Front right at the end of this mechanic. Front right. Front right. Okay, yeah, no, that's not too good. That's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky you got one left. Damn it. Wait,
Go to the left. Go to the left. Oh, a lot of dead numbers. It's okay lah.
we got doomed.
I understand. No, as in, I was thinking to rest them before the time runs out, but it's okay lah. We go to the left again, but looks like we're out of time, so he'll kick us out. It's okay lah. For the first look, we
See, if you get kicked out, it stays 20.
because you are alive, right? It doesn't make sense to
Yeah.
lose experience if you're still alive. Not
Yeah,
too bad. Not
exactly.
too bad. Okay. So since we got kicked out, right? The time now is X35. So exactly 30 minutes from now, right? The weather will change once again, and we will attempt it once more. Okay, for those who did unfortunately D-level, okay, if you are dead and you get kicked out, you will automatically D-level. Just try and level up during these 30 minutes as well. Why we write to enrich? I think maybe just unprepared. How do I say this? It's not unprepared, it's just that the DPS check is tighter for a undersized party. If you think about it, right, if you have 48 players and you have like 8 players dead, right, it's 1/5 of your alliance. Okay, 1/5, 1/6. Yeah, 1/6 of your alliance if 8 players die in a 48-man party. In a 30-man party, if you have 8 players die, that's like I can't math lah. 1/3 of your, slightly less than 1/3 of your alliance. So deaths incur a higher penalty in a lower, smaller sized group. Hence, usually we try not to die too many players in a smaller group. But first look, it's okay lah. I mean, this is the first look for most players here, so it's not too unexpected lah. Yeah, and we will go in and try again, and I'm pretty sure that we will do better the next time around. Yeah. Okay, so do just just run around, do your own thing. Okay, X35, right? So the next weather change should come up almost on the dot at X05. Okay, so do go level up if you need to. Take a short break. I myself am going to refill my tea, and I'll be right back in about a
Give
couple
her
of
pots and
minutes.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom as well.
If anybody has questions, they can ask.
Feel free to ask questions. I'll be looking at the 6. Okay, we try to see if we can sort out. My main fear is that we run 24, exactly 24. Party 3 will be 4 players. Party 1 will be 6 players. So they are short of 2. Okay, so we need to send 2 players over from party C to party 1. No, wait, that's not right. Is it correct? Yeah, we need to send 2 players over from party C to party 1. Yeah, no, that is actually correct. Yeah. So maybe we can try to do that now. Or should I say maybe later when we zone in, we will just shuffle 2 players from party C. Okay, party C, if I'm not mistaken, is 8. It's still 8 out of 8. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we will shuffle 2 players over from C to
Party C is still full.
Yeah, so C to party 1. Move 2 players over. So party 1 will be a full party handling 1 and 2. Party C will still be a 6-man party handling C. A will still be 8 doing A and B. 3 will be a 4-man party doing 3. So 3 is literally minimum size. I know some players have been
Would you want to shout in the instance, "Hey, we're doing Fork Tower"?
I don't know about that. Let's see. I did that in my early runs. In my early introductory runs. My first few ones, we were just like, okay, we are gonna do Fork Tower. Everyone's invited, and some people did join us. Some people did like take up our offer to do Fork Tower. Yeah, I don't know if they understood what we were saying or not. Okay, like there were some JP players as well, but the problem is that these players are not. How do I say this? I don't mean it in a bad way, but they are not ready for it. They are just like YOLO. See that there's an opportunity to go in and take a look, so they just go in and literally just take a look. They may or may not be ready to handle mechanics at all, so they just usually die really early in the fight and or get a meteor and just don't know where to go with it. So nowadays I just usually don't yell it out. I rather just bring in a whole bunch of fresh people from outside, but who are aware of what they are signing up for, than to announce in the instance. I mean, if we don't hit the minimum number, then we will do that. But on the fly is a bit tougher. See if there's anyone else. I guess if there's any.
Oops. Oh, I'll look away for 1 second.
Hey, Des is here as well. What the heck, Des? I guess I can. Okay, I guess we can give it a try lah. Shout.
Right? What?
I'm just gonna shout to the instance that we are doing introductory Fork Tower runs, boss 1
Yeah.
practice. Yeah. Oh, I see some people in here that I recognize, but I don't know if they're here for the Fork Tower runs or not. Yeah, let's just give it a try.
They're probably gold.
Go farming, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a carrot.
Wow, lucky. Sell it on the market board. 25.
Crap. I'm dead.
05. 20 minutes.
Thank you.
So come. Oops, wrong button. If people want to join, they can just join. It's okay. To be honest, I'm not too fussed about it. But yeah, eventually I will start hosting like B1, B2 runs because apparently the uptake. And there's a lot of other groups out there doing runs as well nowadays. So I think a lot of people have gone beyond the boss 1 checkpoint and are now looking to prog boss 2 and beyond. So maybe in future we will just I'll just host like boss 2, boss 1, boss 2 practice runs. But fresh players will be welcome to join us as well. Today's session only I think 28 players signed up. So yeah, I can see the trend. Yeah, if there's anyone who wants to join, just try to join us in our instance. But okay, again, the main problem is just being able to get into our instance. There's a bit of a difficulty in hopping in to the instance if the instance is full. So like what players who want to join us need to do is that they need to queue in, see if I'm in the instance, or if we are in the instance. Okay, I'm standing by the iter right at the start. So if you all can see me, that's our instance. But you need to RNG. You need to try to queue in, see if it works. If not, you need to leave, try again, queue in, see if it works until you find our instance. There's no two ways around it. Okay, although I heard news from the grapevine that live letter is running now, and Yoshi P said that we'll be able to queue into the instance with 48 men in the future. So maybe in 7. I don't know lah. So this problem will be solved in the future. But for now, we still have to do this. For now, we still have to do Instant 6 Savage. I mean, to be very fair, and it's personal preference, but if you wait long enough, the content will be easier. This is undeniable. Okay, if you wait to 7.3, we will get, is it 7? Sorry, 7.4. Yeah, 7.4. We will get more phantom jobs. I think 7.3 is when they will implement the 48 men zoning into the instance thing. Then 7.4 we get more phantom jobs. So 7.3 will beat instant savage. Won't be a problem. Won't be too much of a problem anymore. I won't say it's not a problem. It might still be a problem, but not as big as a problem. If you can zone in as a full 48 man, then everyone get in. Then just that you might have to crash. You might still face other people in the instance trying to get in with you. It just means that you can zone in as a full 48 man. Doesn't mean that all 48 men can get into the fog tower if other people are trying to get in as well. So there's still some difficulty, but better than nothing. Better than no change. Yeah, so 7.4 will bring new phantom jobs, which will mean there's more more masteries, more skills. Definitely will be stronger, and the content will be easier. So I'm planning to wait a little bit before I try to do this content seriously. Okay, personally for myself, I'm not too desperate to clear it, so I can wait later on when it's easier to instant savage. It's easier to synchronize strats. Everyone has on the same page. A lot of players have gotten their own clears and are familiar with the mechanics. Then I will consider doing this more regularly. For now, I'm just doing introductory runs. It's fun. It's fun to do the content, but I'm not too interested in spending too much time trying to strive for multiple clears. I haven't actually cleared yet, by the way. Are you trying to clear, Gary?
Huh?
Are you gonna try and clear with the other guys?
I'll just run it with whoever.
I see. No, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's okay.
Well, yeah, it takes me longer to end stuff, so better for me to go multiple times and get it down. So, yeah.
Not too bad.
Well, I mean, the more time you have, it's fun. I mean, doing fresh groups is great. Like, the amount of anxiety somebody'd have to go into, something like this and be unsure of what to do. It's really good that fresh statics per se
Mm-mm.
are around.
Yeah, as long as you sign up for the correct level runs, it's okay lah. Like you don't sign up for boss 3, aim to clear run, and be fresh. That's not fantastic.
I don't think that's
No, there's no way for people to
it doesn't matter though, because we're doing it
yes
like
yes lah. For us, we are
yeah.
doing fresh For other players, like if you go and like sign up for a boss 3 aim to clear run and you don't know the mechanics, it will not be good for everyone involved lah. So
The thing is, what I consider, because it's fresh and because it's it's not a PF thing. It takes a lot of pressure off people because they're like, controlled by the amount of DPS they do or the amount of things that are used. If you're not using enough, why there? That type of thing. Like that's not good. I reckon I love going on fresh things because
you
there's
can
so
mess up.
much anarchy.
Because you can
There's
mess
so
up and
much
and just
anarchy.
die all the time. I know.
I'm just like
I
everybody's
understand.
screaming, running around,
Clearly,
and I'm like, this is
clearly.
awesome.
The only reason why Kelly loves fresh runs is because she's the one dead on the floor most of the time.
Look, I do have my hand in a few, but it's not intentional, so.
But it's fine for fresh runs, right? Because there's explicitly the purpose of fresh runs is for people to go in and see the mechanics and just wipe to them, so that you will get some practice and build up muscle memory and learn the conventions and stuff, so that when you do an actual practice prog or clear run, you can actually clear it lah. So this is fine lah. This is perfectly fine. No one's gonna be like looking at logs and saying like, why is this person not pressing buttons? No one's gonna be doing that for these runs lah. So don't worry about it. You can mess up, it's fine. We all understand. First
What I
time,
did the other day.
jitters and everything.
Who's cheating?
Jitters and
Oh,
everything.
jitters.
Yeah,
Okay.
jitters.
Jitters. Yeah, I mean, the other day I died to stupid shit, so I couldn't get resin again. And then instead of doing return, I locked out of the instance. I mean, if anyone,
Not your first time.
try and beat my shame. It's like,
not her first time she
hold
did
my
this.
beer. I can do it better. So
Rogue will remember every time we clear boss 2, then it's like she leave the Criterion dungeon.
That's right, Rogue was there. Yeah. I did the whole get out of the instance thing the other day, so.
Speaking of Criterion dungeon, do you want to go do Criterion again?
Yeah,
Since the Rogue's
I mean,
here.
Down for Criterion.
Is there a new one coming?
Soon there will be. In this expansion, we are expecting a new Criterion dungeon as well as a deep dungeon. So deep dungeon, Criterion dungeon, field ops.
Oh, that's good. They got a lot this year.
Yeah. This expansion actually is packed chock full of content, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most exciting content, but it's content nonetheless. It's grinding content. You need to work at it.
I don't mind grinding content.
Yeah, it's not
Because
too
you do it
bad.
with other people, it's fun.
Do you mind grinding 1,000 rabbits?
That's different. That's
Depends
different.
on the context.
That's different. She obviously talking about the carrot chest that we get from this workout crescent. That's a different story altogether. I hope they add a way to get more carrots later down the road.
Yeah, it is rather vague, and they're far and few between, and the rewards aren't really that great for how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Someone stated in the complained the PL, the carrot chest open, you just get 2 material and 1 what's that thing, star magic prism.
Yeah, the prism.
Yeah, that's not worth a carrot, damn. So yeah, I think people are complaining about it. Hopefully they'll change it. They take feedback seriously. I mean, if they are posting the feedback, right, it means they are doing something about it. If they didn't say anything about the feedback, it means they're not doing anything about it. So apparently, I think this means that they'll do something. They'll at least do something about it. So hopefully it'll change. Let's see. For those trying to join the instance, we are at 67 right now, so keep trying.
Who's trying?
I think, yeah, someone said that they want to join. Celestial
Oh,
message me
okay.
and say they want to join. So, but I
We
mean,
got heaps of room.
yeah,
Just try and
we just, I mean, we just not gonna zone out for one person. They have to try to snipe,
yeah.
try to jump into the instance with to find us. But keep trying, keep trying.
Oh, yeah, everyone's dying. Why?
It's okay lah. Doing the fate or something. Listening to me and falling asleep during the CE.
I'm hungry again.
How dare you fall asleep during shark sermon?
Just snore.
Hey, so seriously, do you want to do like Criterion Dungeons again, or
Let's just get through the
LOL.
stuff. Yeah.
with stuff
We
like
have to do some more in
Fog
LOL.
Tower or like Allo Allo? No, I'm talking about Allo Allo, by the way. I'm talking about going back to AAI.
Yeah.
Maybe
Have to ask the one.
yeah, ask Luina. Cause I'm see how lah.
Yeah.
May or may not decide to pursue Fog Tower runs until like maybe later down the road.
It's gonna be another BA for sure.
Yeah, there'll be time. There'll be time to do this later. This content isn't going anywhere. So yeah, there'll be a lot of time to clear the content and grind 100 clears or more later on. So I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 more minutes before the next Fog Tower weather change. So by this time, everyone should be level 20, and the next CE you should skip lah. Okay, this one is obvious. The one that you are doing now is obviously fine because it's ending already. But don't do the next one. Okay, it should come up almost exactly on the dot in 5 minutes. So 5 more minutes and the weather should change. Maybe.
Got my first piece of gear to +2.
Wow.
Ah, nice. I haven't done mine yet.
+2. +2 is like you're using the sanguinites for it.
Sanguinite, yeah.
I think you got 60 already. That's pretty good.
65.
That's pretty good.
I have.
Enough for one piece also.
I have 41.
Not too bad, not too bad. Can do more farm runs, more boss 1, boss 2. I mean, how do I say this? Do you know that the sanguinite distribution for Fog Tower is not very balanced? Like you get 5, 1, 5 for boss 1 and hallways, 2 for boss 2, and then I think boss 3 you get was it 5? 2, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, I think 5 for boss 3 or something like that. And then the most of it comes from boss 4 obviously. So like because you get a lot of sanguinites at boss 1 and hallways, right? It's actually a bit more efficient to keep speed running boss 1 and hallways than it is to to go further
it will
in.
Be for a while.
Mm.
Because once we get better gear, it'll be less of a shock when we get hit by AoEs and stuff.
I mean, I think about it. Does better. Okay, yeah, it does. It does. More DPS for sure. I don't know if it reduces damage taken. And not to mention, this content has ruin stacks. Ruin stacks.
Balloon stack.
Yeah, ruin stacks.
Lily asked a question in the party chat.
So how does the sanguinite breakup happens? Boss 1 gives 1. Okay, I know it sounds pathetic, right? 1, right? But because boss 1 is immediately followed up with hallways, which gives 5. So in theory it's 6. Okay, in theory it's 6 for boss 1. You need to do the hallways, but you get 6 in total. Now, you didn't hear it from me, but there's some ways to get 11, but I will not mention it here.
It's a thief thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the
yeah, it's a thief one.
Not the thief one. It's the
You sacrifice so you can swap sides.
Yeah, it's the side swapping one. You were there, right? Yeah, it's the cheese lah. It's the cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah. It's the thing that
I've done it once successfully.
Yeah. think
Well,
Kelly
the
was
thing is,
there
the
as
other
well.
day, I was lost. I was doing something, and then everybody ran off without me, as you do. And I was sort of like, I'm seeing them on the map, and I'm like, how the fuck did you get there? I'm like, where the fuck am I in? And so I was like running around.
That's fine.
But what I ended up like meeting with the thief in my group who had done the little thiefy thing. And I ended up being over the other side
Yeah. Then just
after a
follow
while.
everyone. That's not too bad.
So I thought it was funny.
Anyway, just general reminder, don't do this CE. Do not do this critical encounter. We will not have time. The weather should be changing in a short while, maybe like 1 or 2 minutes. And this time around, I'd like to ask for 16 more ciphers. Okay, I can put in one as well. Ideally, we try to rotate lah. Okay, ideally, I don't want the same people keep putting in ciphers, but we only need 16. Once again, we don't have more than 48 people here, so there's no need to put in ciphers if there's already 16 in it. But I will kindly ask for players to help fund or tribute ciphers so that we all can go in. So if you already put one in the previous round, maybe just let other people offer one up instead. Okay, I want to, don't put the burden on the same players all the time. Okay, although as a host, I try to always put in one so that I get in. But in this case, there's no need, right? Because we all getting in anyway. Maybe I should just save ciphers. Kelly, when I go farm?
When?
Yeah.
Not tonight.
Such. I think I'll go farm. I need more gold.
I need more gold too. I'm like, yeah.
Gold farm after run.
I know, right? But then she's
Yay.
going to sleep. That's the thing. She's going to sleep afterwards. Because it's
It
like
depends on how tired I am after the run.
midnight.
Like,
Yeah, by the time the run's over, it'll be midnight for her. So that's why. Which is fine. I mean, it's understandable.
it's Friday, I can stay up.
Oh, okay lah, then go farm lah. Go farm later. No, lah, see how
Yeah,
lah.
yeah.
See how lah. See if you want.
We'll just do it later. We'll have a break after the raid.
No worries.
And then come
Yeah,
back.
I'm sure I can grab another 6. Or if Rogue join us, 5 more players to go farm.
I'm so tempted to make like a coffee station in my room.
What the heck
I
is
really
that?
want a
But you're
coffee.
gonna spill the coffee all over the computer.
No, on my room, I took the wall out, remember?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
it's
Gotta
my
do it
office
like
tomorrow.
aesthetic though, and get a jumper that kind of covers half your hands, so you can make coffee like the Instagram girlies do.
Yes. So I definitely spent some good money on a new one. I mean, I'm ignoring about it, but other things happen. But the beer. I don't understand how anyone drinks that. This beer.
Too high class for you, eh? I see.
Ho ho ho. Oh ho ho.
Too snobbish.
Yeah.
Turn
No, I
your
like
nose up.
I like Coronas, but yeah, that's not the worst beer I've tasted. I've tried Guinness. I'm Irish and Greek, so I hate Ouzo and Guinness. I'm like I'm a failure to my family.
I see. Dishonor to family.
Supposedly it's like we did this whole like thing when I turned 18, right? My dad and Chris and I, and we were just doing shots of Ouzo. It was
Mm.
Yeah, like you try and burp when you've had so much Ouzo. It's like the weirdest sensation because licorice is like really irritating on the esophagus.
Just quickly check what time we left. If I'm not mistaken, it was 35 lah, so it's about 33 minutes since we left. 33 minutes. Yeah. You just give it a little bit lah. I've heard. I mean, I don't know, man. I've heard people talking about like instance locking and stuff, but our instance is still has people joining and leaving. So I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, about 28 people. Didn't we get like a couple more people?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. See like
I mean, it's a full instance.
it'll still be okay lah.
Mm.
About 28 people. Fine lah. I mean it's okay lah. Like even if we have 24, we'll still go in anyway lah. It's not too big a deal lah. 16 ciphers, to be very honest, is relatively cheap lah. It's not something that is a big deal. We can afford 16 ciphers. Dying and releveling is not a problem. We have done it multiple times already. So just go in and
Easy to do.
yeah, just go in and just get the experience. But obviously this time around, I'm not gonna do like the lengthy explanations. We go in, we yell out the parties, the head count, party numbers, roles. Okay, we try to build up this process where we will yell out the roles and comps. Okay, the head count and roles so that the organizer can sort things out. In future, I do foresee that this content becomes more and more puggable. Okay, currently it's still not so puggable because there's still too many people who don't know the mechanics and strategies haven't been standardized yet. So obviously you need everyone to be on the same page to resolve mechanics, but once that has been standardized, this content will be quite puggable. Okay, not to mention 7.4 new phantom jobs and it will become steamrollable. So not too worried about it. Okay, there we go. Pad light up. Okay, as usual, just check the cipher really
Doing my
quickly.
part.
Put in exactly 16. Don't put in more. Just 16 will do. 12, 21. By the way, just so you all know, you should never put in more than one. Putting in more than one, as I mentioned before, doesn't count towards the current participant count. And if there's less than 40, right, it doesn't do anything. It literally doesn't do anything. So yeah, just only ever put in one, unless there is more than 48 participants. Then the extra ciphers will help you.
16.
Okay, nice. We can stop. We can stop putting in ciphers now. Thank you. Yeah, so just as I was saying, if you have you put in extra ciphers, that is basically to allow you to have a priority over people who put in less ciphers. But if everyone is getting in anyway, putting in more ciphers doesn't do squat. So don't waste ciphers. Okay, I know they are quite easy to farm with the gold farming strategies that have been circulating around, but it still takes time. It still costs you time to farm them. So just, don't waste them. Don't squander them. Okay, now some other things to mention this time around, we will try to push. Okay, I know people have been saying like pump DPS. So if you are not one of the roles doing something, okay, what I mean by this is not ranger, time mage, thief, bard, or what's the last one, geomancer. Okay, if you're not one of these, you can consider like bringing a role a phantom job that pushes out damage. Okay, some good ones people have mentioned is like cannoneers are good because all their skills do damage. Samurais are good because same thing, all their skills do damage. And for tanks, you can use berserkers as well, but you must know how to use the berserker skills. Okay, I wouldn't recommend, if this is your first time doing it, don't do it. You need to go learn how it works first. Okay, so berserkers can be used on tanks because they just need to take a lot of damage and then use the rage or death blow skill to return, okay, not say return, but deal a lot of damage back. What else? See, yeah, I guess just this few. Monks are also technically okay, but do be careful for monks. Monks, phantom kicks tend to punt them or push them into unwanted places, into traps, into mobs, into the lightning floors. For boss one, I've heard that you can phantom kick your way through the boss to the other side as well, but I wouldn't recommend you try it unless you are, yeah, exactly, yeah, what Ron said. You can phantom kick yourself through the boss. I've heard it happen before, and Ron said that they just did it earlier. So just be very careful with the phantom kicking. So I wouldn't recommend monks. Not that great. Plus, I mean, if you are into min-maxing, people have said that samurais and cannoneers are generally better. I think time mages have comets, oracles have starfall, but starfall is a bit risky to use. Don't use it in boss fights, because you will damage yourself, very likely killing yourself as well. Okay, but it is an option if you are bringing oracles. But yeah, so these are pretty much some of the things that can pump DPS. Okay, so usually if there's like Like we have enough thieves, enough geomancers, enough of the utility jobs, you should be doing a DPS job instead. Okay, having said this, even some of the utility jobs such as rangers have skills such as phantom aim, which increases your critical hit chance. Geomancers have battle bell, which will buff DPS for the main tanks as well. We'll sort out the party once we go in, just to do a head count and see who else gets in. Okay, there will be a few randoms as well. We'll just pick them up and we'll just like try to distribute everyone equally. We'll shuffle,
But
I
a
think.
much shorter sermon this time.
Sorry, say again.
But a much shorter sermon this time.
Yeah. No sermon, to be fair. No
This-
sermon. There's not going to be any explanations anymore for this poll.
Like, why did I die? I don't know.
So record detection. Actually, I think there is, but you can just drag it from your I say this. If you open up your phantom job thingy, right, you can drag the actions from the phantom job window into your hotbar. So you theoretically don't need a macro. Like you can just put it onto your hotbar and press it like a normal button, like a normal skill. So you can do that as well. I believe they are. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm not too sure lah. We'll have to check it out after today's session. But for now, don't worry about it too much. Yeah, I understand. Geomancer should use the bell on the main tank. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're zoning in. Let's give this
Uh-oh.
another go. Hopefully you can clear, but I won't be too disappointed if we don't. Right, once more, we are back in.
Oop, oop.
29 players. Okay lah, not too bad. Just now we are 30, about the same lah, one less person. Okay, so as usual, we will okay, again, don't fall off this initial starting platform. We are going to fan out and try to sort out the party comms. Okay, if since we're already in here, we can just start yelling. So A, 8 out of 8.
Oh, my waymarks are still up. Nice.
Yes, correct. Waymarks will still be there, by the way. Because we didn't clear boss 1, right? We didn't shift the waymarks away, so the waymarks will still be there. So don't have to worry about waymarks either. Okay, but the new party might have to put them. Okay, party 3 has 4 out of 4. So rogue will be party C, and I think Karimi is 7 out of 8. Yeah, Karimi is 7. Or 6 out of 6. So we will try to send 2 players over to Karimi's party. Okay, Rogue's party will then be a 6-man party dealing with the C tower. And Karimi's party will be the party 1 dealing with 1 and 2. Then Esther will be 3 dealing with 3, basically. Okay, so what do you all need to send over? Maybe just get 2 players to hop over. I think Karimi's party has 2 tanks, 2 healers, and then your party has 2 tanks and 2 healers as well.
We've moved over.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Eh?
Thank you very much.
Just need invitations.
Alright, can you just identify yourself who needs an invite and just ask Karimi to drop you a party invite? Thank you. Let's see. Sarnikel and Rupius. I see. Okay, yeah. So Karimi, just invite Ruby and Sarnikel. To make it easy, you can just open the adventurer list and sort by exploring dungeon. Players without the flag icon next to their names means they're not in the party. You can directly right click on their names from there and invite to party. Thank you. Okay, that is sorted. Okay, so the same things this time around. Okay, I think we still have the thieves, geomancers, time mages. Okay, chemists, if you are a chemist, Okay, maybe just go to the back once more, just to make sure everyone has got their signs placed. So just help to mark each other. Okay, generally speaking, if you see dead chemist, try to res the dead chemist in a safe position. Okay, do understand as a chemist, when you cast revive on any dead player, they will get up at where you're standing. Try not to stand in the boss when you're reviving players, because if they get up and they're in the boss, they immediately get kicked off the platform and die again. So just be careful about this. Try to go to like back of one of the sides. Ideally when safe, when the boss not turning left, turning right, and do a revive then instead. Okay, but other than that, you'll learn.
Nick still needs an invite.
Sorry, for some clarification, are we supposed to be in this smaller party over here? Because Karimis became 8 out of 8 with us.
Yes, that is correct.
No, that's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh.
Yeah. So what happens is we have party A, who is doing A and B, 8 out of 8. Party C, which is 6 out of 8, doing C. Party 1, which is Karimi's party, doing 1 and 2, 8 out of 8. And party 3, which is
Esther.
Esther's party, yeah, that's right.
Esther.
4 out of 4, doing 3. Okay, the 3-way mark. So essentially we have 2 8-man parties doing 4-4 splits, 1 6-man party and 1 4-man party doing their own towers respectively. And this is what we're doing. So in your parties, parties A and party 1, okay, which is Karimi's party and my party, once again, just clarify whether you are A or B, so or whether you are 1 or 2. Thank you.
So you're going to make 2 light parties of 4
4.
within your 8 without breaking.
Correct.
So you get the benefit of buffs.
Exactly. Now, obviously, if we are in like smaller light parties, there's always chance that someone's dead.
There's like a traveler in the back who's not in the party.
There's like
Sarah?
3 of them. Why is there like 3 other players in?
They just soloing it?
Why do we have extras? Wasn't it 8, 16?
We have 29, so that's one party will be 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Esther's party, Esther just grab the 3 stragglers. Can you see the Saku, Elise, Esther, Nova, and Sarah Arteni? There's 3 people not in the party. You just grab them, just pick them up and let them know they'll be in party 3. Can you see them? I think they're here. Actually, if I think about either Esther's party or Rogue's party, you can grab either one of them also. Doesn't really matter. So this person, thank you, and Sarah. Okay, I think you picked up Sarah already. So yeah, just this 3 folks. They are JP players, but I mean, just bring them along. Doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter.
It's not like we're going for clears.
yeah. It's just better to have everyone in a party than to have like a few stragglers here and there, because it doesn't benefit us if they are left by themselves, and ultimately it really doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll all be contributing towards killing the boss anyway. Okay,
we good to go.
yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let's just pop ready checks. Don't want to spend too much time yapping. I need to put like a timer. How much time I can yap? Okay. Circle. Okay. So waymark should already be in place, but just in case, later when we jump down, once again, do not early pull, do not fall off the platform. And if anyone needs to place waymarks, we will do another ready check, make sure that waymarks have been placed, then we will start. Okay, A is okay, C is okay, 3 is okay, waiting for 1. Okay, 1 is okay. Okay, so only 4 parties. Let's get going. Okay, knights can buff at the knowledge stone. Only knights, okay, only knights. Don't bards and okay, I don't know. To be very honest, I'm a bit I'm not sure whether the monk.
I'm on bard just because I can.
Yeah. The bard really doesn't need to put the Romeo's ballot honor because it's an additional buff that might buff cull you. So generally speaking, I tell people not to put the bard buff on, but knights should definitely put it on. See someone early pull
Someone
already.
pulled.
Okay, let's just get started.
Run.
Red, white first, pop mitigations. This will hurt. See, yeah, this is what happens when someone early pulls up. Okay, cross over and go far. The first red white hurts really badly without any meats, so that doesn't bode well, but we'll just try lah. Okay, cross over and go far. Okay, any chemis on this side, try to just quickly res them. There'll be tank busters next, so tanks do prepare to pop mitigations. Okay, ABC cross over and go far. Okay, everyone needs to go far. ABC needs to cross over and soak towers afterwards. Okay, and soak towers. Good. Now we'll be looking at meteors after this left-right turn. Go left. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be go left again. So go to the left side of behind the boss, waymark 3. Okay, left side behind the boss, waymark 3. Nice. Now, meteors will be coming up soon. Okay, meteors will stay. There's a knockback. Okay, Curio, please cross back over. Okay, one meteor misplaced. Okay, no, he made it, nice. Thanks. Okay, yeah.
Oop.
Hope you
Oh,
guys
I
got a
missed the
stack.
lift.
Okay.
No.
It happens. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, although we will probably not meet the DPS check this time, but it's okay. Okay, now go left. Okay, go behind the boss afterwards. And then go right. Okay, waymark 1. Okay, behind the boss, right side, waymark 1. Yeah, very likely not going to meet DPS check, but it's okay.
Oh, why?
Now, next will be the ads. So ABC will cross over. Time mages be ready to dispel ads. Okay, ABC cross over. Okay, and time mages help to dispel the ads. Okay, burn the ads down, then go back to the main boss afterwards. Nice. Okay, we'll be looking at the gargoyle statues, double stacked towers next. Okay, I will call out the safe spot, but this will be used at the end of this mechanic. Okay, the safe spot will be at the front right. At the end of this mechanic, front right. 1, 2, 3 will cross over and float up. There is a knockback. You can arm's length or sure cast to ignore the knockback and go up the gargoyle statues to float. You try your best. Okay, remember front right afterwards, front right. Okay, yeah, 2 towers exploded. Go to the right. Okay, we're moving behind the boss afterwards. Okay, Can go to the right once more. Waymark A. Behind the boss to the right. Waymark A. Okay, one more meteors after this. Okay, meteors will stay. Meteors will stay. Move away from the boss after. Okay, move away from the boss. Meteors stay. Can resolve the stacks. Ooh, might need to sprint out of that meteor later. Just sprint to get out of the danger zone. Run all the way to the back. That'll be tough. Oh, good, no
Oh, no.
worries. Yeah, I mean,
He'll die. Thanks, we got
yeah,
Doom.
it's okay. Crossover and knockback. Crossover and stay near. Crossover and stay near. There is a knockback. We obviously not gonna make it out. That's okay. After this will be the red white tank busters and then enrage. This is the tank buster. Still like 40%. Earlier we had like I think 20% or something at this time. 10%
Yeah.
during enrage. So red white. Yeah, as you can see, the first red white hurts a lot if unmitigated. So I think caught a lot of people off guard. So obviously not killed a lot of players at the start.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
mean, still fresh.
Yeah.
People are
All
getting
good.
the boundaries and what is
Yep, no worries. Yeah, okay, anyway, we didn't
better
also...
to do it now.
We didn't prep a res recovery also, lah, so this is just the end of it. This is just a wipe.
Yep.
All good, no worries.
Yeah.
See, I did-
Alrighty.
okay, lah. So I think that's pretty much it. No worries. I mean, it was still quite fun, so I don't really mind.
Anarchy is fun.
Only for you. What
Now
are
we
you
have
talking
to-
about?
I love it. I think it's fun.
It's okay, lah. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, I think it's fine. Accidents happen. It's better to make the accidents now than to
Now,
do it in
yeah.
an actual proc run. This run, I had no
Like-
expectations, so I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Very spicy.
yeah. The meteor was spicy. The initial red white, as you can tell, right, hurts a lot. So, because we weren't prepared with it, I think like I saw like 5 or 7 players die from all the DPS die from the red white.
Yeah. Wait. How did Chesky die at that point? He had like a dot or something.
I think
What was it?
I'm not very sure.
Chesky.
Was us Chesky, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Probably
So
like
I looked at him and then suddenly he died.
got yeeted off the platform probably. Yeah. Okay lah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay lah. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me lah. But we are not gonna go for another run. In the first place, we are already running short of players. But it's a good experience.
Oh.
Why? What happened? All get slapped by boss. I see.
Mm.
Blame the healers quickly. Blame the healers. Both of them. Start with Kelly something. So just blame all the Kellys. Yeah, that's right. Both our
Actually,
healers.
you don't need healers.
No, you say he got slapped by the boss.
Chemist.
Chemist,
Wow.
healing as a chemist is expensive, but okay, actually not too bad. Must
I've
pop
heard,
the.
like-
I keep forgetting
know.
level 19 mobs can aggro me.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay. Lily asks, what happens if the big ad isn't dispelled? Their buff is basically damage up, so they will hit like a truck. Basically, if you don't dispel, they punch you like a truck. So probably the tank will die very quickly. So need to dispel. But other than that, the fight, as you all can tell, right, not too bad. Like the fight is just like meteor, okay, red white, crossover far, crossover knockback, stack towers, okay, ABC crossover, stack the tower, knockback or far, first set of meteors, left right turns, a bunch of left turn right, turn left turn right, more crossover far, crossover near, adds, double stack towers, one more set of meteors, one more tank buster and red white, and then enrich. So that's all the mechanics there is for boss 1. If you can do the meteors and everyone else can do the meteors, generally boss 1 is a clear. Not too difficult, but this time around we had slightly lesser players, so the player count matters lah. Like if you bring in fewer players, everybody needs to know what to do. As in, as many people as possible need to know what to do because each individual's contribution is a higher percentage of the entire rates. So obviously, if you are fielding like 30 players or 24 players, everyone needs to be ready to handle mechanics and contribute to the DPS. As compared to, let's say, a 48-man run, if we lose an entire party or 8 people die, it's fine. We can still clear, just that we need to pick them up after. So there are pros and cons to it. I've heard of the 24-man runs. Some people are organizing like 24-man runs. Those are like, everyone needs to know what to do and then they can do 24-man. So I generally won't recommend it. If you're new, first time trying to clear the content, best to try to find a bigger group and try to prog through the content. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't know yep too much. Thanks guys for coming. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Organizing.
Yay.
Thank you very much for taking
Welcome. No problem. Hope see you guys, see you folks again next time for more Fog
By
Tower
the way,
runs.
Shark, do you take cameo requests?
What cameo? What do you mean cameo requests? Sorry, I don't understand. I don't understand. Use the auto translate.
Cameo is a system where, like, you can pay voice actors to read out something in particular.
Oh, is that an Aussie thing? I've never heard of it.
No, it's like a universal thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe I should.
Like Ben Star's on Cameo. You can go, hey, can you tell me happy birthday, Ben Star, please?
I
And you get
see.
Ben Star wishing you happy birthday in his lovely dulcet voice.
I see. Maybe
Oh.
I should go take a look at it. I need to like make some pocket change so I can pay my moderators. No lah, I have not considered it, but yeah, I'll. It's interesting to know.
I'm doing
Just had some feedback that, your voice might be nice to fall asleep to.
I know. I mean, this is not like the first time people have mentioned it. Shark
I'm sorry,
SMR or something. I know.
I'm literally saying, was it Shark that told you that?
Yes. It's not
See,
surprising now.
Narcolepsy.
You've got a fan in my FC.
Thanks. Good to know. Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Always nice to hear. Maybe come join more of my runs. Thanks.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't really call myself a fan, more of a fellow connoisseur of the voice.
Review. Oh my god, that was delightful.
But yeah, I'll try to host more runs in future. Probably like boss 1, boss 2, aim to clear or practice runs. So feel free to join those. I know there's quite a number of other folks hosting as well. So feel free to join them as well. I maybe try to squeeze in some runs over the weekend, but because I try not to clash with other folks, so I usually I will check the schedule and see if I can squeeze in a run or two here and there. But yeah, do look for more runs. I'll post them on the Discord. I'll post them on the CA Discord when I do decide to host. And
Other runs might not have callouts though.
Yeah. The security of the callouts. Yeah, especially when you're new and fresh.
yeah. Plus the sermon as well. Yep. Please enjoy. Okay, I think that's it for now. Yep.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find my pot.
What pot? Or the 99 potions you bought from the trader.
No, they're in my inventory. I've got a persistent pot.
Ah, those pots. I see.
Yeah, they keep telling me to go far, far away.
Just
My last one gave me like a umbrella in the first pot that was silver. I'm like, oh nice. And they're like, no, hey, I've got another chance to get one. So I followed him for the second pot, gold, only a firework.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, the second pot is always gold, by the way. If it ever asks you to...
Took me up the jolly pyramid. I'm like, no, it better be good firework.
Yeah, but yeah, the loot is not particularly great. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't. How much is the
Yeah.
tool emote? Let me check quickly. Sanguinite exchange.
Bronze copper.
What's the tool emote? Oh, 30 for the parasols. That is expensive. 30 for the fashion forward tool emote as well.
Yeah.
Some of this loot are really
I think
not
that
worth.
emote is still selling pretty high.
The twirl emote, yes.
Mm.
Don't buy the wrong one. The fulsome.
Yeah, there's like 3 different ones.
Like obviously don't buy
Uh.
the Petalodus whistle. That's not worth anything. 3 minions for 6 sanguinites each. To
I have funded my entire FC with shark mounts.
I know, right? So damn cheap. I think they are only worth like NPC price soon. So yeah, not gonna be worth
Or
much.
they're less than NPC price, so you buy them up and sell them and make like 200 gil profit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother. The time is more precious. But yeah, whatever floats your boat. I guess that works too.
Actually, one time I was really bored, so I went through the materia list and bought all the materia that was selling for like 10 gil and NPC'd for like, 120. Just bought it
Oh,
all,
yeah, that's
sold it all. I made a check of what I had at the start and the end. I made like 5k.
Not too bad lah. I mean, it's if you have nothing better to do and just like look like window shopping on the market board.
reminds
Sure,
me of
why
Heaven's
not?
Ward's days.
I just felt so bad that all these people had all this stuff up in Merchant selling. I'm like, I'm gonna free your retainer
Wow.
and make
Nice.
5k.
Make money off of it. I see. Flipping goods. I see.
They can do that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I think so Kelly, do go farming later.
Yeah.
But I can take a break first of
Well, yeah, okay, I want to take a break.
sure. Then just text me later. I also gonna take a short break and see how.
Alright.
Okay,
Bye.
thanks everyone. I'm gonna hop off here as well. Bye bye.
Good night.
Night night.
Good night.
Alright, so that's it for today's session. Okay lah, not too it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the best ever in terms of performance, but as mentioned multiple times in the run, this was meant to be an introductory run. So it's not like I'm expecting everyone to instantly clear on the first 2 pools. This is perfectly fine. Yeah, with practice, obviously, it's actually doable. I mean, I know for a fact that we have done like one second pool clear, we've done third pool clears, and so on. Okay, but obviously we had more players then, and we also had slightly more experienced players. So I'm not too concerned about this outcome. This is actually pretty expected. It's on par with the course. I would say that this is quite normal. I will look to run more such runs, but as I have seen, okay, the demand for these fresh, purely fresh runs is dipping right now. So I will most likely start to move onwards to doing like boss 1, boss 2 practice runs. Okay, look at this date again. Yeah, boss 1, boss 2 practice runs in future. And I will usually just post them and host them as and when. Keeping in mind that I do not want to clash with other folks also hosting runs. So I will try to see if I can squeeze in a couple of runs. Okay, usually a session over the weekend. Okay, 1 session, maybe a boss 1, boss 2 practice. Probably Sunday also. I'll see. I'll take a look. Okay, other than that, folks are also welcome to join other groups hosting. I know there's been a number of other groups hosting a variety of runs at different levels. Okay, both over here on the Elemental Data Center, which is where I'm situated on, okay, as well as the Materia data center. Okay, our Discord, the Content Achievers Discord, which is where I host out of, also caters to the Oceania player base, okay, OCE as we call it in short, excuse me, and they are basically playing on the Materia data center. Okay, we also help cater to the folks over there as well. Okay, so they are hosting runs over there. Everyone is actually invited to join Materia. Okay, all players globally can travel over to Materia to participate in their runs there. So if they're hosting runs, we are trying to get the word out for folks everywhere to join their runs and get more players interested in joining Materia events as well. Okay, Materia is a relatively small data center, so we do want to try to help boost their numbers quite a bit. Okay, any time like now is I think like almost midnight there for folks in Materia, so most of them will not. Most of the player base will be sleeping, so we try to boost their numbers here and there whenever possible. Okay, other than that, I think that's it from me for today. Okay, I'm going to head off, take a short break, maybe do some gold farming as I mentioned earlier on. Okay, and I hope to catch you guys around next time. Do like my channel and subscribe to it if you enjoyed my content. Okay, and to be notified of when I'm hosting. Okay, I currently don't have a fixed schedule. Okay, but I will be hosting Fog Tower runs every now and then. So do feel free to hop in, watch my videos. Oh, nice. And if you have any comments or feedback, feel free to leave it down in the comments section below. Other than that, thanks so much for joining us as we ran through the Fog Tower. Okay, and hopefully I will see you guys around in future runs as well. Do take care now and have a great weekend ahead. Take care and bye bye.